What if one simple financial concept could explain why some people steadily build wealth while others spend decades working hard yet never seem to get ahead? It isn't necessarily about earning a six-figure salary, it isn't about having a finance degree, and it certainly isn't about finding the next hot investment. In fact, one of the most important wealth-building lessons can be summarized in a single question. Is it an asset or a liability? The answer sounds simple, but it has shaped the financial futures of millions of people. Every financial decision you make, whether buying a car, purchasing a home, investing in stocks, starting a business, or even upgrading your lifestyle, can often be traced back to this distinction. Understanding it may completely change the way you think about money, spending, and wealth creation. Most people spend their lives focused on income. They work hard to earn more, negotiate raises, change careers, and pursue better opportunities. While increasing income is important, it is only one side of the wealth equation. The other side is what you do with the money after you earn it. This is where the concept of assets and liabilities becomes powerful. Popularized by financial educators and investors around the world, the principle is surprisingly straightforward. Assets put money into your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. Yet despite its simplicity, many people unknowingly spend years accumulating liabilities while believing they are building wealth. They focus on appearances rather than cash flow. They chase status instead of ownership. And over time, these decisions can have enormous financial consequences. Today, we'll break down what assets and liabilities really are, why the distinction matters so much, and how understanding this golden rule can transform your financial future. At first glance, wealth appears complicated. Financial markets are filled with thousands of investment options. There are stocks, bonds, ETFs, real estate, businesses, cryptocurrencies, private equity funds, and countless other vehicles promising financial success. For many people, building wealth seems like an overwhelming puzzle requiring expert knowledge and sophisticated strategies. Yet beneath all of this complexity lies a remarkably simple principle. Wealth tends to grow when people acquire assets and shrink when they accumulate liabilities. Understanding this distinction is often more important than understanding advanced investing techniques. An asset is something that generates value for you financially. It either produces income, appreciates over time, or ideally does both. A liability, on the other hand, costs you money to maintain. It removes cash from your financial life rather than adding to it. This sounds obvious, but the confusion begins because society often labels certain purchases as assets simply because they are expensive or valuable. Many people assume that anything with a high price tag must automatically be an asset. In reality, price and wealth creation are not the same thing. Take a luxury car as an example. It may cost £80,000 and certainly has value. However, unless it generates income, it is generally a liability. It requires insurance, maintenance, fuel, repairs, taxes, and ongoing expenses. Over time, it typically depreciates in value. Despite its high cost, it continually takes money out of your pocket. Now compare that with a rental property that produces consistent monthly cash flow. The property may require management and maintenance, but if the income exceeds the expenses, it generates positive cash flow. In that case, it functions as an asset because it contributes financially rather than consuming resources. This distinction may seem small, but over decades it can completely alter a person's financial trajectory. Imagine two individuals earning identical salaries. The first person uses every pay raise to upgrade their lifestyle. They purchase more expensive vehicles, larger homes, luxury items, and recurring subscriptions. Their income increases, but so do their expenses. Despite earning more money, they remain dependent on their next paycheck. The second person takes a different approach. Instead of directing all additional income toward consumption, they gradually acquire income-producing assets. They invest in index funds, dividend-paying stocks, rental properties, businesses, or other productive investments. Each asset generates additional cash flow that can be reinvested into acquiring even more assets. Over time, the difference becomes extraordinary. The first person becomes wealthier in appearance. The second person becomes wealthier in reality. This is where compounding enters the story. One of the most powerful forces in finance is not simply investment returns, but the ability of assets to generate additional assets. Income from investments can be reinvested, creating a cycle where wealth begins working independently of labor. This process often starts slowly. Early results may seem insignificant. A few dividends here, a small amount of rental income there, a modest portfolio gain over several years. Many people become discouraged because the growth appears gradual. But compounding is deceptive. It often looks unimpressive in the beginning and extraordinary later. The asset base expands, generating larger returns, which are then reinvested to create even greater returns. Eventually, the gap between someone focused on acquiring assets and someone focused primarily on acquiring liabilities can become enormous. One reason this concept is so difficult to apply is that human psychology naturally favors immediate rewards. A luxury purchase provides instant gratification. The benefits are visible immediately. Investments often provide delayed rewards that may not fully materialize for years or even decades. This creates a constant battle between short-term satisfaction and long-term wealth building. Social media amplifies this challenge. People are constantly exposed to images of expensive lifestyles, luxury cars, designer products, exotic vacations, and visible symbols of success. What often remains hidden are the underlying financial realities. Someone may appear wealthy while carrying substantial debt and financial obligations. Another individual may appear ordinary while quietly accumulating significant assets behind the scenes. True wealth frequently looks very different from what society imagines. Many self-made millionaires do not drive exotic cars or live extravagantly. Instead, they focus on acquiring productive assets and allowing time to work in their favor. Their goal is not merely to appear rich, but to create financial independence. Another important nuance involves understanding that not all assets are perfect, and not all liabilities are inherently bad. Education, for example, may require significant spending but can increase future earning potential. A business loan may create a liability initially while funding a profitable venture. Even a primary residence occupies a gray area because it may appreciate in value while simultaneously generating ongoing expenses. The key question is not whether something fits perfectly into a category. The key question is whether it improves or weakens your long-term financial position. This mindset encourages a powerful shift in behavior. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" people begin asking, "Will this help me build wealth?" The difference between those two questions can change entire financial lives. Ultimately, wealth building is not about avoiding enjoyment or living an excessively frugal existence. It is about balance. It is about ensuring that assets grow faster than liabilities. It is about creating a system where your money gradually works harder than you do. When enough assets are accumulated, something remarkable happens. Financial freedom becomes possible. Income no longer depends entirely on hours worked. Choices expand, flexibility increases, stress often decreases. This is why understanding assets and liabilities remains one of the most important lessons in personal finance. It is not merely an accounting concept. It is a blueprint for building lasting wealth. Start tracking your personal balance sheet. List everything you own and identify whether it primarily generates money or consumes money. Before making major purchases, ask whether the item will increase your income, appreciate in value, or create ongoing expenses. Focus on consistently acquiring productive assets, such as broad market index funds, dividend-paying investments, businesses, or cash flow-producing real estate. Avoid lifestyle inflation whenever your income increases. Direct a portion of every raise toward investments before increasing spending. Most importantly, think long-term. Wealth is rarely built through a single investment. It is built through repeated decisions that gradually increase your ownership of productive assets. The asset versus liability conversation has become increasingly relevant in 2026 as investors navigate higher living costs, changing interest rate environments, and evolving financial markets. Low-cost index funds remain one of the most popular wealth-building tools worldwide, with investors continuing to favor diversified exposure through funds tracking major indexes such as the S&P 500 and global equity markets. Many financial advisors continue emphasizing long-term asset accumulation rather than short-term speculation. Real estate remains a major topic of debate. While property values have remained resilient in many regions, Higher borrowing costs have forced investors to pay closer attention to cash flow. Increasingly, investors are evaluating whether properties function as true assets by generating positive income rather than relying solely on appreciation. Artificial intelligence has also created a new wave of asset creation opportunities. Entrepreneurs are building AI-powered businesses, digital products, content platforms, and software tools that can generate recurring revenue with relatively low operating costs. Meanwhile, dividend investing continues attracting attention from individuals seeking passive income streams. Companies with strong cash flows and consistent dividend histories remain popular among long-term investors focused on building income-producing portfolios. Across the financial world, one theme remains consistent. Investors are increasingly prioritizing ownership of productive assets rather than simply accumulating expensive possessions. The difference between an asset and a liability may seem simple, but it has profound implications for your financial future. Assets put money into your pocket. Liabilities take money out. Every major financial decision moves you closer to one side or the other. The people who build lasting wealth are not necessarily those who earn the most money. They are often the people who consistently acquire assets while keeping liabilities under control. Over time, those decisions compound, and eventually, the assets begin working harder than the person who owns them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more investing, personal finance, and wealth-building content. And let us know in the comments. What was the first asset you ever purchased that generated income for you? Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.